Howdy folks, you're watching Deuce. It occurred to me, I have never provided a bunker tour. So today, you're in luck. I want to give you a full tour of the bunker. Let's get started. Today's tour will be starting off with the security system of the bunker. Now, on the outside of this is just a regular plywood door like you'd see on any kind of crawl space. Of course, it's larger than normal because it's a stand-up crawl space type environment. But on the inside, I have a crudely yet effectively welded door with rebar and weld and angle iron all the way around the frame. And then embedded in here, of course, welded on the door is a latch there. And I got a hinge latch over here, and that is screwed into the concrete, embedded in concrete. And then I've got epoxy over the threads, so there's no way to unscrew these nuts and bolts. And the same thing with the hinges over here. Got some great big huge farm door style hinges there. And because I've seen a ton of those lockpicking lawyer videos where he uses random everyday objects and picks the locks of very expensive padlocks and locks in general. So I've decided to remove the lock from the equation, at least on the exterior, and put it on the inside. The only locking device for this bunker is on the inside, which you have to blindly move your hand through a hole and unlock it. You saw me struggle with that a little bit. That struggle is an everyday occurrence. I know for a fact that anybody with a high-end cordless Sawzall could get through this door 10-15 minutes tops. But luckily, I'm very rarely more than 15 or 20 minutes away. And that's where the second layer of my protection is, the video camera that's outside. It's a blink system, and it sends a video straight to my phone. So I get an alert message whenever something comes to play here and someone's trying to get in. So far, no one has ever tried to get in because I've kept this bunker pretty secretive in my normal daily life. To my knowledge, nobody knows that I have this down here that knows me personally. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to move the camera a lot in this video. But let's go ahead and go to your left there. And we have the far end, or I guess the closest end of the bunker to the door. And this is where the utilitarian part of the bunker is. I've got yard equipment. I've got my exhaust fan right there. I'll get to that here in a second, why that is a very important part of the bunker. But I've got my shovels, I got my PhD right here, if you know what that is. PhD, postal digger, for those of you not familiar with that concept. Shovels, mattock. Some people call them pickaxes. They're not pickaxes, they're mattocks. Let's see, moving on over here, of course I got my lawnmower, got my weed eater back over there. You can see that barely peeking over there. And just various yard equipment in general. That's basically this part of the bunker. Everything behind you is the cool stuff. What's not so cool is humidity and the battle against humidity. Because remember, I'm in Tennessee, we are underground, and Tennessee is a very, very humid state. I could have very easily done an encapsulation process, paid somebody to do it, and it would have been thousands. An encapsulation of a crawl space or basement, thousands upon thousands of dollars. This setup here has done me very, very well, and it was a few $100 maximum. So let's take a look at it. So what I did here is I got a Crawlspace fan, and it's a good one too, Elite Air. They're about $100 or so, and it has its own humidistat there. So if I turn this up to, there we go. So we're sitting at about 38 to 40% humidity in the bunker right now, which is fantastic. Anything under like 55 or 60 is awesome. So we're doing very, very well there. Unfortunately, one of the issues with Tennessee and with humid environments in general anyway, is the fact that at night, humidity skyrockets. And this thing doesn't know if it's day or night. It just it turns on when it notices that it's very humid. And if it hits, say if it starts getting humid and then the humid air hits this eventually, it will turn on and it will start sucking even more humid air into the bunker. So very quickly the bunker can go from 65% humidity to 90% humidity in a matter of 30 minutes because it's sucking out all the 60% humid air and bringing in, drawing in 90% humid air from outside, because that's what happens in Tennessee at night. I've got that set up to a timer. So then the timer turns on during the day. During the morning, it turns on, and then the humidistat checks to see if it's humid enough to turn on or not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. And that system has worked out very well. It's what I highly recommend to anyone trying to keep the humidity level in a basement or crawl space to a bare minimum with very, very little expense. Also, really quick before we continue on the tour, make sure you stay to the very end of this video for a really cool update to the channel. And now continuing to turn left here, we have, of course, boxes of just some of the junk that I have bought over the years that's still sitting here. Located right there is my ultrasonic cleaner. And then we have brass. We have a ton of brass. That's 5 gallons of brass right there that I have not cleaned yet and will eventually reload. And now we look up to the rest of the bunker. The bunker is not a large space whatsoever. If you ever wondered how I get some of those sweeping shots, here's what the camera is. The camera is always on this big, huge tripod here, and it has a roller bar on it here for nice, smooth transition shots across the bow of the firearm or whatever I'm reviewing at the time. Also, to combat humidity is a AC unit. Once I got the fans figured out, I have rarely used this. This is not really as important as it used to be. The first several feet on this countertop is a work in progress, my always work in progress of what I've been working on at the time. It is super cluttered. And some of the things I never got around to, like my Remington R51 review, which I still like that. That's a great pistol. I'm sorry, I don't care what other people say. The R51 is a fantastic pistol, or became a fantastic pistol. I got my gloves, I got my citrus orange cleaner. Get that at Napa. Fantastic stuff. The Napa version is better than pretty much anything else out there. Got my Thompson Center hat. There you go. Welding stuff. Clamps for days, duct tape, extension cords. Here's something that I've been working on for a little bit. You ever seen a wind-up Glock magazine? Now you have. Look for a future video. I think it should be coming out eventually. I don't know. But that's the thing about it, is a lot of these review items that I get, sometimes they're duds, sometimes they work great. Sometimes there's a manufacturing issue where I do the review and then turn around and say, well, we can't actually bring those to market. So I end up having to shelve the video. Rotating over to your right here, we have the business end of my weed eater poking through. Let's see, got a toaster oven here that I use to powder coat various objects that usually go pew pew pew. We got some several things here that's normal business for me. But this is my Forester trimmer that I use for 300 blackout production, and my very cheap drill press and vise I've got on there. That has made so many lowers. Many lowers have been produced off that sucker. Don't ever let somebody tell you that you can't use a cheap drill press as a mill. You can, to a point. And there will be some chatter in the final product. Close enough for government work. And now we move down a little bit further, and this is part of the bunker that you are familiar with. We have the sound insulating drop ceiling. We have my row of mini reloading presses. Got my turret press here with various dies and setups back here. We got my single stage. We've got my Pro 1000, which was my first one. Here's my production run recently. Got a little 300 blackout, some brass going. Fantastic powder option for 300 blackout, by the way. And we've got, that's my AR-15 BB gun, remember that. Got various things I've been testing over the years that have kind of piled up back here, unfortunately. Now what's underneath the bench there? We've got the Lincoln Welder with a black powder pistol that I got really, really cheap at a gun show and have not gotten around to putting it together yet. I was going to make a video on that, but maybe that will still happen, maybe it won't, I'm not sure. We have box after box of just lead ingots for Mostly 300 blackout production now. It's pretty much all I use it for is 300 blackout production because 9mm has gotten so cheap that I don't cast that anymore. Got my heater. Let's see, what is, oh, this is, some of this stuff I don't even know what it is. I've got to open it up to see. Oh, a bunch of scopes. And yes, the only way to get on the other side of my presentation desk is to go underneath and then pop up on the other side. I learned this little trick off of the Mythbusters TV show. Remember that one? Where Jamie from Mythbusters would take all the stuff, organize it, and put it in clear plastic tubs and then put it on shelves off to the side. So he could always look in there and see exactly what he was looking for. He didn't have to take the tubs down to take a look at it. He just kind of knew. Now, I never got around to labeling these. I will eventually. See, that one's got a 4570 die set. Oh, I had this together for something. I put this tub together for a specific video and never shot it, unfortunately. That's all 22 mags. We've got the case trimmer stuff, some bullet resizing dies right there, batteries, kitchen scale that you've seen on the video. Here's a bunch of lube. This box here has a ton of tumble lube items, white label lube. If you want to do some tumble lube still, which is kind of becoming out of fashion now that people are powder coating, but tumble lube does just as well and oftentimes can be more accurate, can produce a more accurate result out of tumble lubing versus powder coating. Here's the original white label lube. Here's the new stuff. This stuff hardens to, I mean, it's rock hard when it finally dries. It does take a little bit while it's dry, but that works great. Here's some solid bullet lube. This is all for lead cast bullets. And here's a stock adapter that was for a Glock pistol. That video I had this on was taken down by YouTube, unfortunately. I use coffee cans for a lot of bullet storage. So for instance, this right here, I've got a Tumble Lube 309 230. That's not tumble lube, that's powder coated. But as you can see, here is a ton of 308 powder coated 308 bullets that I'll be using for my 300 blackout rounds. We have a ton of just oddball brass. Of course, here's some Ballistol, some of the best lube and cleaner out there. Jack of all trades, master of none, like me. We've got some oddball pistol rounds as far as brass goes. I don't think I have a die for 32 pistol, but I might. I might one day reload that. I'm not sure. 380 auto, a 9x18 brass. Got 9x18 brass down there. Got a 357 mag, 44 mag. I don't even have a 44 Magnum in anything, so I've collected that brass off the range. We got 38 special. We got 38 special wad cutter. That is different types of brass. 38 special regular and 38 special wad cutter are completely different types of brass. And you can get a little bit better, you can eke out a little better accuracy out of the wad cutter if you're using it as a wad cutter round. Got a couple of clear tubs of ammo. You can see back there, some Federal back there, some LAX ammo. We got some old Nagant stuff. You don't see that very often anymore. We got a bunch of Lee bullet molds right there for all kinds of requirements. And we have a bunch of primers. This is all primers back here. Moving over to the other side of the desk here. And we got primers. This is a whole box of primers. All that's primers. All this is primers. Ready to reload. And here is my collection of gunpowder. We got Bullseye. We got Reloader 15. That is great stuff for pretty much every 30 caliber and 223 round you want to do. That is good stuff. Unique's pretty good if you want to go kind of an old school pistol rounds that are not super high power. That's always good. Of course, we got Goax, we got some Swiss black powder, we got some Pyrodex, we got Trail Boss. Oh gosh, sky's the limit here. We got Red Dot. Got a lot of Reloader 15, as you can see. I love that stuff. That stuff's great. Got some Blue Dot. That's almost empty. If you ever wanted to know what it looks like from my point of view, this is my view to you guys. Of course, the camera would be on top of that tripod, but this is what I see from my point of view. Moving on over here, we have my gun cabinet right there. Got all the stickers of both things I purchased, and people have actually sent some of this stuff to me. And we've got a ton of firearms down here. We got pistols hanging from the back there. We've got pistols hanging up here too as well. There's my 1911. There's some random magazines that I have no idea why they're there. There's my black powder pistols. There's my 16-inch revolver right there from Heritage, still in the box. If you ever wonder what was behind me here, this is just random display metal grid. And these guys just come, I got this as a kit. Screwed it straight to the wall. And we have a horseshoe for good luck. And this is a snake skin that I found in the bunker. So I do have a snake living here. I've seen him a couple times. We seem to get along pretty well. We got the Moore knife right here. This is a great guy here. I had this on my Amazon store. Right there, that chisel point. That is fantastic. That is it's not meant for defense, but it's really, really handy in the shop. Got a Secme bayonet. Got the Brownells tool for AR-15s. Got a bunch of Weaver scope rails. These quad rails are beautifully made. They work for pretty much everything I've ever thrown them on, including just like heavy duty, high power stuff. No problems at all. And they're like 15 bucks. They're super cheap as well. Moving back underneath the display counter there. These are real Anderson lowers right there. Many of you have already commented in the comments below the video that I am stupid for showing you all the secrets of my bunker. It's supposed to be a secret bunker. Why am I telling you all this? Well, that's because by the time this video goes up, this bunker will be empty. I am moving from this tiny bunker to a much larger bunker. And I think I will show you that right now. Go ahead and turn on the lights. Wow, look at that flicker. I'm definitely going to have to upgrade some of these lights in here because it is pretty rough. I brought in a little bit of ammo. Just a little bit there. That I've slowly been moving in here, but for the most part, I took one good F-250 load of ammo right there. That is about half my ammo right there. Let's take a little close up there. So we got 22, we got 6.5 Grendel, whole box of it there when I got some Grendel uppers. Let's see, pistol ammo, rifle ammo, all the way to some older stuff, some much older stuff, to some food from on Gaunt, more food from on Gaunt. And yes, this is not decorative. That is real ammo, 7.62 from, I believe, the 50s. Keep on moving on, keep on moving down the bunker. And we have the Workspace, which will eventually be my reloading station, my brass maintenance, all that good stuff. I have no idea how I'm going to actually organize it, but you might be hearing an echo, and that's going to be my new studio, but there's a problem. It is 100% concrete. Concrete floor, concrete ceiling, and concrete walls. There's a bit of an echo in it. The previous owner of this bunker left pool table, which I will be using as a display table for the most part. I don't play pool that often. Well guys, if you want to stay in Deuce and Gun channel and see how the bunker grows and evolves over time, which number one will be me soundproofing the new studio in there so it's not an echo chamber. But go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe for future videos. If you want to stay on Deuce and Gun channel, go and click on one of these two videos right over here. And that will keep you watching away. Of course, I will be doing probably another video on the ammo that I've got here since I've got it all out and it's easy to get to now. Normally it's in storage of some sort and it'll be hard to get to, but now I've got a 1,500 square foot bunker. So I got some space to room and grow and organize quite a bit better, quite a bit easier to get to all my stuff. So as always, you guys have a great day. See ya.